Hello everyone and welcome. My name is John Preston Smith. I'm the author of a training book entitled 14,000 Dogs Later and the soon-to-be released book entitled The Bog, The Legend of Man's Best Friend. I've trained and handled more than 14,000 dogs over the last 50 years, and I'm here to talk with you about the training, behavior, and spirituality of our canine friends. This is number 6 in the series, and today's presentation is entitled Why It Is Important to Get Your Dog's Attention Before Any Type of Training Begins. So let's get started. Hey! Hey!
Okay, if everybody will gather around now and stop the chatter, we'll start our bird watching class.
Go! Four! Well, all of that may seem corny, but I suspect that you know by now exactly what each one of those prompts had in common. When you whistle and wave, when you want to teach a class, when you honk the horn, when the fire alarm sounds, or when there's a glut of other warnings like sirens or caution lights or caution signs, it's all about one item. It's all about getting someone's attention. When you want to teach, warn, alarm, train, discuss, make a presentation, get your point across, none of that happens successfully if you don't have a person's attention. And it's the very same thing with your dog. You have to have a dog's attention before any type of training can begin successfully. So let's look at some attention span research. This research was performed by the National Center for Biotechnology. And that research is predicated on the fact that your attention span is the amount of concentrated time that you can give to a task without becoming distracted. So if you want to reach a goal, you have to focus your attention on the task at hand. The difficulty of focusing your attention is always distractions. Based on the research of this national center, your attention span, our attention span in 2012 was 12 seconds. But in 2013, our attention span dropped to 8 seconds. Guess what the average attention span of a goldfish is? 9 seconds, which means our attention span is now 1 second less than a goldfish. What kind of people do this research? Anyway, so your attention is 9 seconds based on the continual bombardment of competing stimuli. That means distractions. What do you think the attention span of your dog is when you train him, especially if you train him amid significant distraction, which, by the way, is the only time you should train your dog, and that's because the only time that obedience is really needed is during time of distraction. You can easily remember instances of fear and tragedy and euphoria and wonderful surprise and enlightenment and of emotion because those times had your full attention. But as you attempt to perform everyday mundane tasks, your attention span is bombarded by distraction. This external stimuli is also the culprit that steals your dog's attention when you want to train him to be a good citizen. Over here. Sit. So folks, remember this. Before you start training on any aspect of dog obedience, you've got to have your dog's attention. Hey you, watch me. Hey. And then you can train the sit, stay, down, heel, and come, or anything. And you've got to get his attention during time of distraction. And that just takes some work, folks. So take him to the city park, wherever, and start working on getting his attention. Now, please keep in mind, if you need any additional training, my book, 14,000 Dogs Later. And if you love dogs, the book I've got coming out next month called The Bog, The Legend of Man's Best Friend, is a fantasy story that I promise that you will like. Next session, we're going to talk about problem dogs. being sure that you don't buy one, what to do if you have one, what to do if one shows up on your doorstep. So I hope you'll listen in for that. And remember this, everyone needs a dog, and every dog needs someone. Take good care.
Good dog.